Welcome to part 4 of working with variable in Figma. In this part, we are going to be looking at modes in variable, which is light mode and dark mode. And this basically means we are going to be creating light mode and dark mode color variables in Figma. So sit back and let's dive in. So in the previous part, we learned about how to apply the variables we've created into our design. And now that we've been able to do that, we now want to create, you know, the modes, that is light mode and dark mode. So one thing I want us to know is the color system we created earlier is by default the light mode. So what we want to create here is the dark mode and group them together, the naming convention light and dark and arrange them properly. So we are going to be learning how to do that in this part. Come along with me. So now what I need to do to create my dark mode is I need to go to my local variables. Then you can see here this says name. Let me expand this a bit. So you can see it says name, this says value. So what I just need to do next is to click on this plus sign so that I can create another value point or another value role. So when I click on this, so see what happens, right? It says need more variable modes. Then I need to move to team. So for you to be able to add a new variable modes, right, or value, you need to be on a paid platform, right? My Figma is basically a paid one, so that's why I can be able to go to the next stage of this. So I just need to move this from draft to a theme file. So now it has successfully moved to one of my theme file. Now I can go back to the local variable, and click on this plus sign. Then you can see that it changes to mode, right? Mode 1 and mode 2. So what I just need to want to do here is double click on this and change this to light, and double click on this and change this to dark. Then I've been able to group everything here as light and everything here as dark. And let me just point our attention back to our collection. You can see everything I'm doing is in the token collection, not in the primitive, right? Everything is in the token. So now what I just want to do here is I'm working with the alias, right, where I'll be referencing existing variables in my primitive to another variables, right? So now what I just want to do here is for this design, okay, so now with this design, what I just want to say what I just want to do basically here is for background primary, this is the light version. So for my dark mode, I'm just going to click this and change it to what I want it to look like on the dark mode. So let me use this. Okay, this is what I want the background primary. So now for the brand primary, I want it to be a little bit lighter, right? I'm going to use Orient 300. For the text, I want to use white. Medium, I want to use let me use gray 100. Then I'm still going to maintain gray 400 for this guy. All right, so now what I just did here is I've been able to successfully change, choose my dark mode color. You can always come back here to update to whatever you want. So I just need to close this, and what I just need to do here is to create a frame, bring in a frame, right? So I'm just going to let me just name this light, and let me duplicate and name this dark. So what I just need to do here is on this frame is let me move one of my card in here, right? So what I just want to do here is I click on the frame, then you see this fill, you change it. You don't even need to change it, yeah. You just come here, you come to the layer, then you click on this token and you select light. Automatically you see that this adds to this part. Then you click this, then layer also. So I need to bring the design here before I can be able to do that. You can see, then I change this to dark. So can you see that automatically this is what happens? So let me bring them a little bit closer. Let me bring them a little bit closer. So now when I move this guy inside here, you can see that it changes. Can you see it changes? So what we just told Figma is that whenever I move this guy inside of this frame, it should change to light. Then whenever I move this guy inside of this frame, it should change to dark mode. Also, I can still change this background to yes, I can change this here, or I can, let me just use the primitive for this. I can change the color, right? So you can see, so this is how to create dark mode and light mode using variables. You can see is that simple, right? So join me as we move to the last part, which is creating advanced prototype in Figma. So join me in the next class.